Hello and welcome back. I'm Cithryth as usual, and this is episode 33, 33 of my LOTRO Lore Master Let's Play. And today I'm going to be doing an overview of the Yule Festival, which started this week. I'm here at Frostbluff, which is the main place for the Winter Festival. When you log in, you'll get a auto-bestowed quest that grants you a map that takes you here. However, you can also always come here via Stable Master. These festival stable masters are at Bree and Hobbiton and Thorns Hall, so it's easy enough to get here. There's a number of quests here. This isn't a very new area. This has been around for a couple years now. Honestly, I don't even remember what winter festivals were like before Frostbluff. But you can just wander around, you pick up quests, although there is a kind of overarching theme. But first you start off, if you haven't done the quests here in Frostbluff, you start off by talking to the guard. The guard sends you to the announcer. The announcer sends you to the mayor. And after talking to the mayor, you kind of see the, I'm sorry, my cat is... Anyways, like I was saying, the announcer sends you to the mayor, and you kind of start to get a feel of the storyline that's played out here. Unlike most festivals, this place does have a distinct storyline. So basically, this mayor is like, oh yeah, this place is all great, and it's a big winter party, yay, wonderful, oh, celebrate, etc., etc. However, you then come over here and you start talking to the workers. And basically, it's kind of a very Charles Dickens type story. The rich, like the mayor and the mayor's wife and stuff, are trying to put on this like really like rich, nice kind of party thing for all the guests and festival goers, and he's not paying the workers very well. There are people out of work and kind of homeless, and it's not good. So basically, through the quests, you end up later on making a decision whether you want to help the rich people or the poor people, and you get cosmetics accordingly. Which, honestly, the cosmetics on both sides are quite interesting. I recommend doing both sides of the moral coin in order to get both sets of cosmetics. This dress I'm wearing, in fact, is the Dress of Thanks, which you get, I think it's a month after you finish the Helping the Poor quests. It's very nice. It's a nice dress. Alright, so first we have to go to the snowball field. So one of the events here is the snowball fight. I can't click on it right now because I have to finish my little tour here, but I will just give a brief overview of it. Basically, you have to wait around for at least one other person, so it's kind of annoying if you play at unusual hours, or if when you're playing it happens to be that nobody's doing this quest. Basically, you pick up snow, you click on the other players in the area, and you throw snowballs at them. And there's different tiers and deeds and stuff. It's kind of like the chicken quest or the mushroom hunt and the farmer's fair, but it's not as hard. Like, it's pretty easy. Another interesting event that they have at Winterhome is the theater. We'll get to that in a minute because I have to... Oh wait, no. I can do that, but first I have to go explore this other corner of Winterhome that looks interesting. Let's see, over here. We have to talk to Gareth Rust.
Greetings.
Basically, he's telling us off for being rich and not poor, basically. And then this guy has something to say to us.
How can I be of service?
Life can be cruel, as you can see, but I count myself among the lucky. I'm sure you're more than welcome among us, blah blah blah. So basically this part introduces you to the fact that there are these really downtrodden poor people that aren't getting treated very well by the mayor and the rich patrons and stuff. But I do have to go tell the mayor now that I finished my tour, and then we can finally get on to doing the actual activities of the festival. Alright, so now that I've talked to the mayor, you can see on my mini-map there's quite a few quest rings that have popped up all over the place. There's a lot going on here. Let's start over here in this corner. We'll just look at these quests. So, the guard gives us this quest, go cheer up some snow beasts, which sounds kind of weird, but just, you know, bear with me. we'll get there. It sounds weird, but it's doable. And then Mara Sandy Downs. She has a daily quest that you just basically turn in, and you get a sack of presents. So let's see what's in this sack of presents that we just got. Festival tokens. Not super exciting. Alright, so let's see what the mayor's wife has.
Could you help me with something?
Alright, she wants to go talk to Virgil Greenfield. He's out in the snowfield, so we'll get to him in a minute. I was hoping the eating contest would be up, but it's not up yet. So let's go over this way and see what's going on. Let's see. You can see that the poor guys over here have some quests as well. Might as well see what they've got.
Would you do something?
Disperse wintry weather. Donate festival tokens. We'll hold off on that one for now, because I'll do the good bad stuff in a minute. Let's see. Find a good place to set off the fireworks. Okay, we'll do that one. And let's see what else. Alright, so here are the fireworks for Gareth Rust that he wants us to set off. So basically you have to set these fireworks off up here. And then you come down here and you pickpocket the patrons. It's not very nice, but it's a quest, you know, and technically speaking we're helping the poor people in this one because we're stealing from the rich to give to the poor. It's all very Robin Hood-y. Alright, so we did that. We might as well... Oh wait, no, I think the eating contest is up, so we're gonna go do that. Now, I am pretty good at the eating contest. A lot of people think it's very hard, and it is. You have to be really careful with it. Luckily, it doesn't seem like there's too many people here. I don't know how long... We have to wait till it starts, but before it starts, I'll take the opportunity to explain my strategy. Basically, it's a timed thing, except for this first station. You go around the town, and there are various stations where you have to eat a whole bunch of food. However, at this one, there is no time limit to how long you take here. So, my suggestion is, at this first station, you wait till everybody else has left. And then you start eating, because that way you get to eat the lighter foods. Now, there are a couple different kinds of foods that show up on these tables for you to eat. As you can kind of see, they have some like imposter foods that you can't actually click on yet, but it's a good sampling of what is available. The bread, avoid the bread at all costs. Same with pie. I don't see any pie on these tables, but avoid pie and bread because they're very heavy. The food that you'll always want to go for first is berries. This like dark blue bowl of berries. Berries are very light. Those are good. Those are the best ones. Always go for berries. Next is mushrooms. They're slightly heavier, but not as bad. Now, when I say heavy, you get a debuff from eating these foods. And lighter foods give you a lesser debuff that lasts less time. Heavier foods give you more of a debuff that lasts a long time. So, priority of food goes berries, mushrooms, eggs, bread, pie. Now, there's also mystery drinks, and that's kind of up to you whether you risk doing the mystery drinks. Alright, so we've got a minute till the eating contest, so we'll just wait around. Alright, so the eating contest has started. Since there's only the one guy here, I will eat some of these berries. Because, you know, I might as well. Like I said, there is no time limit for this one, so I can kind of just eat some, and then just sit back, wait. As you can see on my skill bar down here, I've got these not hungry anymore debuffs. Negative 1% run speed because I ate 3 berries. And they last for about 4 minutes. So it's not too bad. Alright, so I've eaten all 5 of the food items I need to at this station. However, like I said, no time limit, so I'm not going to talk to Onake just yet. I'm going to wait the about 4 minutes until all my debuffs are gone. Obviously, I'm going to edit this out so you don't just stare at me standing here for 4 minutes, but then I will move on. Alright, so my 1% run speed debuff is wearing off now, and so we're going to keep going. Now, the other upside to waiting, besides not having those debuffs added on, is that by waiting, you wait for all the other players who may have been doing the eating contest at the same time to move forward with their quest. and so you have a better chance of snatching up the berries and the mushrooms and not having to settle for bread or pie or something. Now, if you notice, I do have a timer here in the quest. I have 25 seconds. I have to wait, or I have until I fail the quest. So, do keep an eye on that. I'm going to eat some mushrooms because these berries are not spawning quickly. And also keep in mind that the timer ends when you talk to the NPC at the eating station. So, it doesn't stop as soon as you eat all the things you need to eat. Now, I'm going to chance it. I'm going to drink this mystery drink after I eat that one berry. I'm going to drink this mystery drink. It's either going to give me a really bad debuff or wipe all my debuffs. And I got really lucky, and it wiped all my debuffs. So that's really good. So, cool. We don't have a whole lot of negative run speed stuff, which is, you know, what you want. You want to be able to do this quickly. Because by the time you get to the 4th station, those debuffs really pile up, and it can be quite a chore finishing. Sometimes you'll just barely be able to finish. Sometimes, I mean, a lot of times I haven't finished. It took me a long time to be able to finish pretty regularly. And I'm hoping for some mushrooms or some berries to spawn. It just looks like eggs, so I'm going to settle for eggs just because I don't like having to wait at this late stage. I'm just going to go on. And here is the last station. So I think there's some berries here once they spawn in for us. Alright, so berries. It doesn't matter so much here if you eat the heavier foods, although I do recommend at least saving them till last because the loading bar for eating them does take a long time. So if you can help it, don't eat bread or pie at the last station just because it does take a long time to eat them. But it looks like we're going to finish this. So not too much of a problem. Although this the screen stuff is pretty obnoxious by the end. And yeah, there's deeds for doing the feast. If you complete the whole feast 8 times, you get the Feast Beast title, which is pretty cool. I like that title, it's good. So yeah, that's the eating contest. That's probably the trickiest and probably the only really hard part about the whole Frostbluff Festival. But once you get it down, and if you get lucky and there's not anybody there trying to compete with you, then it works pretty well. So now we're going to look at the theater. Hopefully there's people here. Alright, so here's the theater. Basically, the hobbits put on a little play, and they randomly choose 3 people from the audience. You get teleported backstage if you get chosen, and each person is designated as protagonist, villain, or extra. Because basically this is the story of Bilbo disappearing the night of his 111th birthday. Basically these hobbits have decided that Gandalf and some evil dwarf kind of blew everything up and stole Bilbo's money. So basically the play is that, and you get different deeds by doing correct or incorrect emotes, because when you're an actor you get prompts to do specific emotes, because that's how the play works. That's how the player characters act out the play. So obviously there's a play going on. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like, you get cues when you're an actor, and it's pretty easy. Just keep an eye on your chat box, and it should be pretty straightforward. And yeah, so the play is pretty good. Oh yeah, and I also want to point out, they're not going to say anything because it's in the middle of the play. But if you look up here, up in the gallery of the Frostbluff Theater, you'll see Statdor Proudfoot and Waldo Tunnelly, and they're supposed to be like those 2 old Muppets in the Muppets, Statler and Waldorf. That's them, and they make similarly goofy remarks. So, you know, watch out for them when the play ends and starts. So most of the other quests in Winterhome are pretty straightforward. There's a lot of gathering quests that are, you know, pretty typical for other quests you find when you're out questing in the actual Middle-earth world. You know, collecting mushrooms, collecting berries. You have to kill some wood trolls over in the forest over there to collect wood for firewood. The only one that's kind of weird and unusual, I'd say, is this snow beast one, which we'll go do. Yeah, they're over here, I think. Yes. This is a mushroom tent. You have to collect mushrooms from them in one of the quests from one of the servants. But yeah, Winterfest is pretty easy. But doing the quests to help the poor, obviously, you know, you help the poor, and there are other quests where you can choose to help the rich. So okay, so here's the snow beast. So you can type /cheer in the chat box, but lately quests like this with emotes, you can just click this button up here, and you cheer at the snow beasts, and they kind of get up and yawn and leave. But it's kind of the only chance you get, really, to get up close to a snow beast like that, see what it looks like. They're pretty weird looking, really, but kind of cool. And like I was saying, eventually you will get a quest that specifically tells you to choose to help the rich or help the poor. And that won't happen until you've completed a couple tiers of the daily quests that that make up the basic and the basic festival quests here, like collecting mushrooms and all that. Once you complete the tiers of those daily quests, you'll eventually get a quest that you either have to call out the mayor on what he's doing, or help the mayor cover up what he's doing. And you'll get cosmetic rewards accordingly. So I think that's a pretty good overview of the winter quests. Obviously, I didn't go into too much detail except for the trickier ones. But, like I said, the quests here are pretty self-explanatory. It's not too tricky. There's no real skill-based ones except for the eating contest one, unlike the egg hunt and the mushroom quest for the Farmer's Fair. So, and this one has also been out for longer. This Winterhome has been out for a much longer amount of time, so there's quite a few guides out there, and I will link the Casual Stroll to Mordor Winterhome guide as well, because they are pretty much the best at writing festival guides. So I'll put that there, and you can get a more in-depth look. But as a quick little overview, I think this was pretty good. So thanks for watching. This was my Winterhome look, and I'll see you next time. Next time I will be doing what's the next one? Glittering Caves big battle. So that should be cool. That's a really pretty instance. And yeah, thanks for watching.